Navigating the world of dining out while managing chronic kidney disease can seem daunting, but don't fret. With a little planning and knowledge, you can enjoy your favorite restaurants while keeping your health in check. This video will guide you through choosing kidney-friendly options at eateries, understanding portion control, and tackling tricky sodium content. You'll learn how to handle high potassium foods and articulate your dietary needs without any awkwardness. We've got tips for making smart choices, even at fast food joints, and offer advice for social dining situations. Knowledge is power. With these tools, you'll be well equipped to maintain a healthy lifestyle while enjoying life's little pleasures. The key is to learn to live within the limitations of a kidney disease-friendly diet without giving up activities and events that bring you joy. These tips will help you get more joy from eating out, kidney disease or not. So go ahead, savor this video, and prepare to eat out without compromising on taste or your well-being. You might be wondering about who I am and why I'm qualified to talk about this. If you're someone living with chronic kidney disease, I've got great news for you. Hello, I'm Mathea Ford, a registered dietitian nutritionist specializing in chronic kidney disease and owner of renaldiethq.com. I specialize in helping people just like you improve their health by making simple yet delicious changes to your meals. Together, we can transform your eating habits, boost your overall well-being, and ensure that you're enjoying every bite along the way. Say goodbye to bland and boring meals and say hello to a healthier, more vibrant life. Let's get started on this incredible journey to better health together. Visit renaldiethq.com today and take the first step towards a healthier lifestyle. Here's where I'm going to ask you to like and subscribe this video for more information coming soon. There are challenges to eating out with kidney disease, and understanding the challenges of dining out with kidney disease can help you navigate restaurant menus and make informed choices. One of the main challenges is the hidden amounts of sodium in restaurant meals and the temptation of high potassium foods. It's important to be mindful of portion sizes and how dishes are prepared. To overcome these challenges, you may need to ask for menu modifications. Don't hesitate to request changes like omitting salt or asking for sauces and dressings on the side. Even asking how foods are prepared. This gives you control over the amount of sodium and potassium you consume. When it comes to dessert, there may be fewer kidney-friendly options available. However, that doesn't mean you have to skip it altogether. Look for healthy dessert alternatives like fruit-based desserts without added sugars or sorbets instead of cream-based desserts. By planning ahead and communicating with restaurant staff, dining out can still be an enjoyable experience even with kidney disease. It's all about finding balance and making choices that align with your kidney health goals. Finding scrumptious and decent options at your favorite restaurants that are also friendly for your renal diet is not as tricky as you might think. You just need to hone your skills in portion control, managing fluids, deciphering hidden common ingredients, and reading menu options effectively. Call the restaurant a day or two before your dinner or lunch date and explain your dietary needs. Ask the manager or chef if there's any accommodations the restaurant can make in order to work within your dietary constraints. Many common restaurants are quite willing to assist in this. Calling ahead saves you from any discomfort you may feel making special menu requests in front of friends or family when eating out. Kidney disease, after all, isn't something you discuss with everyone. Even if you're unable to call ahead or decide against doing so, it's important to stick to your diet at all times, even when you're eating out. So kidney disease does not take a day off for family celebrations or your good health, and your good health is worth giving up a few dishes that are no longer on your menu. Ask your server about menu items that might meet your needs. People are surprisingly willing to help you if you explain what your needs are. It can be something as simple as not adding the traditional seasonings to broiled seafood, or getting steamed vegetables prepared without butter and salt. Managing fluids can also be crucial when eating out. Remember to stay within your fluid allowance, if you have one, and choose beverages wisely. Avoid high potassium juices like grapefruit juice, orange juice, and pomegranate juice. Opt for low potassium fruit juices instead, like apple juice or cranberry juice. With these helpful tips in mind, you can enjoy a satisfying dining experience while keeping yourself healthy. Portion control is still crucial to ensure you don't exceed the limits on the allowed sodium, phosphorus, potassium, or protein per day. It's essential to become familiar with correct portion sizes for different food groups, as this helps in maintaining and managing nutrient intake effectively. While dining out, use visual cues to estimate serving sizes accurately. For instance, a serving size of meat should be about 2 to 3 ounces, roughly the size of the palm of your hand or a deck of cards. A serving of fruit is about the size of a baseball. 1 ounce of cheese matches the size of your thumb, the tip of your thumb. These simple comparisons can help you stay within your dietary guidelines without having to resort to calorie counting at every meal. Hidden ingredients often interfere with the dialysis diet by adding excess sodium or phosphorus. Be sure to ask about how dishes are prepared and request all items without any salt or salty seasonings. There are some condiments that we don't even realize are salty, like ketchup can be salty, mustard can be salty, and barbecue sauce especially. Reading menu items can seem daunting, but with practice, you'll become adept at spotting kidney-friendly options. Look for grilled, broiled, or baked proteins, steamed rice, small green salads, low-potassium vegetables, fruit pies, sherbet, etc. Practicing mindful eating is another crucial strategy. Slow down and savor each bite. Not only does this enhance your dining experience, but it also gives your body time to register fullness, preventing overeating. Request for half portions or share meals with others if dishes are oversized. You can request for half portions or share meals with others if dishes are oversized. Remember that keeping kidney disease under control requires good nutrition management. By paying attention to portion control when eating out, you're making an important step towards maintaining balance in your diet while enjoying the pleasure of restaurant meals. While eating fast food on occasion may be fine, it's important to remember not to overdo it. Why should kidney patients seek to limit sodium? Sodium is a mineral that is commonly found in many foods, and it is an essential nutrient for our bodies. However, for people with CKD, sodium can pose serious health risks and harm the kidneys. The kidneys play a crucial role in maintaining the body's fluid balance and filtering waste products from the blood. When the kidneys are damaged or not functioning properly, they can struggle to remove excess salt from the body. This leads to a buildup of salt in the bloodstream, causing blood volume overload, edema, which is swelling, and increased blood pressure. High sodium intake can cause the blood vessels to constrict, leading to increased blood pressure. Elevated blood pressure puts strain on the kidneys and could cause further kidney damage. It's important for kidney patients to monitor their blood pressure regularly and reduce salt intake to keep it under control. Extra salt intake can also contribute to the development of edema or the swelling of body tissues due to fluid retention. Kidney patients are already prone to edema. Consuming too much salt can exacerbate this condition. Edema can cause discomfort, pain, and difficulty in performing daily activities. According to the National Kidney Foundation, healthy people shouldn't exceed 2,300 milligrams of sodium per day. However, if you have kidney disease or high blood pressure, it's better if you aim for around 1,500 milligrams of sodium or less per day to meet your kidney health goals. It's no secret that restaurant foods can be a minefield of hidden sodium. And if you're on a dialysis or a kidney-friendly diet, it's crucial to navigate this challenge effectively. One way to sidestep the hidden sodium trap is through menu analysis. By scrutinizing the menu carefully, looking for words like brined, broth, or smoked, which often indicate high sodium content, you can make healthy food choices. Check the link below to get access to a blog post on making healthy food. Reading food labels is another essential skill when dining out. Many food chains provide nutritional information online or in a pamphlet by the registers. Take advantage of this resource before heading out. Switching to healthier substitutions and utilizing sodium alternatives like spices, vinegar, or lemon juice instead of salt could drastically cut down on your sodium intake. Remember, keeping your health in check doesn't mean giving up on eating out entirely. It just takes a little extra effort and knowledge to enjoy meals without compromising your diet. Now let's talk about potassium. Kidney patients need to be cautious about their potassium intake, especially as their labs show that they're elevated levels, as excessive levels of potassium can have detrimental effects on their health. Potassium is an essential mineral that plays a crucial role in maintaining the proper functioning of various bodily processes. However, for individuals with compromised kidney function, keeping potassium in check becomes even more critical. When the kidneys are not functioning properly, this can lead to a condition called hyperkalemia, which is characterized by abnormally high levels of potassium in the blood. Hyperkalemia can lead to a range of problems, including tingling, nausea, irregular heart rhythms, muscle weakness, and even death. Renal patients are typically advised to follow a low potassium diet to prevent complications associated with hyperkalemia when the blood levels of potassium become elevated. Kidney patients should limit or avoid foods that are high in potassium, like bananas, oranges, and tomatoes, when they're told to limit them. Instead, they should focus on consuming foods that are lower in potassium, like apples, berries, cucumbers, and cabbage. In addition to dietary restrictions, renal patients may also be prescribed medications called potassium binders. These medications help bind excess potassium to stool, preventing its absorption into the bloodstream. This can be an effective way to manage potassium levels in individuals who struggle to control their intake through diet alone. Regular blood tests may be needed to help monitor potassium levels and make necessary adjustments to the treatment plan. By following a low potassium diet, taking prescribed medications, and closely monitoring your potassium levels, renal patients can better manage their condition and reduce the risk of complications. It is essential to seek guidance from healthcare professionals to ensure a well-rounded approach to managing potassium intake and overall health. Dealing with high potassium foods in restaurants. Navigating the menu at your favorite restaurant can be tricky when you're on a dialysis diet, especially with hidden high potassium foods lurking in unexpected places. Understanding potassium restrictions and finding low potassium restaurant options is essential for managing your health. Here are a few tips to help you deal with high potassium foods. Be vigilant about snacks. You may love munching on chocolates or nuts, but these are high in potassium. Opt for lower potassium alternatives like apple slices or grapes. Be mindful of hidden sources. Remember that potassium additives can be present in unexpected places like broths, stocks, and soups. Ask your server about the ingredients and preparation methods if you're unsure. Flavoring alternatives. Instead of using a tomato sauce that can be high in potassium, ask for lemon juice or vinegar-based dressings that still add flavor without the extra potassium. Dining out doesn't have to be stressful if you're armed with the right information and strategies. With careful planning and smart decisions, you can enjoy a kidney-friendly meal out without compromising on your health. Remember, prioritizing your well-being doesn't mean sacrificing enjoyment. It's all about balance and making informed choices. Controlling your protein intake when you're dining out. If you have kidney disease, it's important to carefully monitor your protein intake. Protein is an essential nutrient that helps repair and build tissues in the body, but when you have kidney disease, your kidneys may struggle to filter out waste products from protein metabolism. This can lead to a buildup of waste in your blood, which can be harmful to your overall health. When dining out, it can be challenging to control your protein intake, as many restaurant meals tend to be high in protein. However, with a little planning and awareness, you can still enjoy a meal outside of your home while maintaining a healthy protein intake. Your recommended dietary intake of protein will depend on the specific stage of your kidney disease. So let's make sure to discuss your regimen with your healthcare team. Later stages of kidney disease generally require you to consume less grams of protein compared to earlier stages. It's better to opt for plant-based options such as beans, lentils, and tofu if you need to limit your protein. These can be a great source of protein while still providing healthy fiber and other important nutrients. You should watch out for hidden sources of protein such as cheese, sour cream, and cream sauces. When ordering sides, opt for plant-based options of protein such as green beans, black beans, baked beans, or bean sprouts with a side salad with olive oil and vinegar dressing. By being proactive and mindful when dining out, you can enjoy a delicious meal while still maintaining control over your protein intake. When you're hitting up your favorite eatery, striking a balance between hydration and fluid restriction is crucial. Proper hydration offers numerous benefits, such as promoting renal function and preventing kidney stones. However, while dining out on the renal diet, it's essential to monitor your fluid intake closely, especially if you're on dialysis. Excessive fluid intake can lead to complications like swelling, high blood pressure, and heart problems. Here are some strategies for restricting fluid intake while still enjoying restaurant meals. Ask for a kid's cup of water. Kids' cups are much smaller than regular restaurant cups, and you won't be as tempted to overindulge in liquids if you get a cup that holds the proper amount of liquid for your meal. Once you've had your allotment of fluid, ask the server to remove the cup from your table in order to help you resist any temptation you may have to order or accept a refill. In the same vein, get rid of all pitchers, coffee cups that might encourage you to have another glass. These tips offer an idea of how to balance your fluid intake with different dialysis treatments, but remember, each person's needs can differ significantly. Consult with your renal dietitian for personalized advice. Note that hemodialysis patients have stricter fluid intake requirements compared to peritoneal patients because hemodialysis is a intermittent treatment that occurs a couple times a week compared to peritoneal dialysis, which is carried out each day. Now that you know that dining out doesn't mean neglecting your fluid balance, by keeping these strategies in mind, you can enjoy a night out without compromising your dietary needs. It's all about finding the right balance and making informed decisions that prioritize both enjoyment and health. So you're ready to enjoy a meal at your favorite restaurant while on a kidney-friendly diet, but how can you ensure that your dietary needs are met? The key is effective communication. Here's how to go about it. Communicating your preferences. Be clear and confident when discussing your dietary restrictions with the wait staff. They're there to make sure you have an enjoyable dining experience. Menu modifications. Don't be afraid to ask for changes to menu items. Many food chains are willing to accommodate special requests, like reducing salt in a dish or swapping high-potassium sides for kidney-friendly options. Special requests. If you're unsure about a dish's ingredients, request clarification from the staff. They can provide insight into options that might be suitable for your renal diet. Remember, dining out should not feel like navigating through uncharted territory. Creating proactive dialogue around your dietary restrictions ensures a satisfying meal that aligns with your kidney health goals without sacrificing taste or enjoyment. Okay, now let's talk about making healthy choices at fast food restaurants. Believe it or not, even your favorite fast food joints can offer you some dialysis-friendly options if you know what to look for. Understanding menu options is crucial when dining out. Opt for a plain hamburger with only a burger patty, lettuce, onions, and a small amount of ketchup or mustard. Consider roast beef or turkey sandwiches featuring low potassium toppings like cucumbers and onions. When it comes to managing your phosphorus intake, your healthcare provider may recommend you take your prescribed phosphorus binders before, during, or right after a meal. These binders help control the absorption of phosphorus from your meal, which is especially important as restaurant foods often contain high phosphorus content. Avoid high phosphorus foods such as bottled beverages with phosphate additives like dark colas, chocolate drinks, dairy milk, and ice cream. Opt for low phosphorus foods and beverages instead, such as bottled water, tea, coffee, ginger ale, cream cheese, brie cheese, cottage cheese, and milk substitutes such as rice milk or coconut milk options. In terms of condiments, go for the ones with the lowest sodium. Extra salt can be very harmful to people with kidney disease, so ask for dressings and sauces on the side to control how much you consume. And who said you can't enjoy dessert? Healthy dessert alternatives include sherbet or fruit pies that are healthier than other sweets. If you're concerned that menu items might be detrimental to your dietary needs, ask your server for more information about how the food is prepared and whether or not adjustments might make it a friendlier fit for your needs and your palate. When you're eating out, kidney disease doesn't have to rule all aspects of the meal, but you must plan your meal ideas with your condition in mind. With these tips in mind, navigating the menu at fast food restaurant becomes less daunting while adhering to your kidney diet needs. Now let's talk a little bit about enjoying social dining with kidney disease. Navigating a bustling restaurant or lively family gathering can feel like a culinary minefield when you're managing your renal health. Yet with the right knowledge and preparation, it's entirely possible to savor these social experiences while maintaining a balanced diet. Understanding portion control is crucial. A serving of meat should be about the size of your palm. Remember the deck of cards, and remember to limit it to 2 to 3 ounces. When dining out with friends, managing phosphorus intake may seem challenging. Be mindful of hidden sources like dark colored colas and flavored waters that could hike up your phosphorus levels. Reading menus carefully is another critical strategy. Look for broiled, grilled, or baked options, which are typically lower in their amounts of sodium than fried foods. Finding low sodium options can be tricky, but not impossible. Opt for salads with dressing on the side and avoid problematic items high in salt like soups or casseroles or macaroni salad. Embrace these strategies as part of your social dining enjoyment. Maintaining renal health doesn't mean missing out. It means making informed choices that align with your dietary needs without sacrificing flavor or fun times with friends. You can still enjoy dining out while managing your kidney health. Just be savvy about your food choices and watch portion sizes. Navigate sodium and potassium content wisely. Don't hesitate to discuss your dietary needs at restaurants. Even fast foods can fit into a dialysis diet with smart decisions. Remember, alcohol impacts kidneys too. So when you're eating out, kidney disease may occupy a surprising cross-section of your thoughts. It's best if you can tune it out and focus on having fun with your friends and family. Don't let it ruin the time you spend eating out. Kidney disease will get easier to live with as time goes by and you establish routines and habits. Until then, when eating out, kidney disease must take a bit of a front seat as you order your meals and afterwards.